Good evening, friends. Welcome to our 54th webinar. Today's topic is on authority without distance, show what mature leadership actually looks like. So this is a series of three sessions which I have taken up, and I based this on the TA transaction analysis concepts. So in transaction analysis, there's something called autonomy, which is the objective of transaction analysis. Based on this, I split it up into three different parts. And today is the third and concluding part of that series. So welcome friends again. I am Jagannathan, founder of Stay Active Movement 4075 Kovai. And Akash is our co-founder who will be joining us shortly. And all our online programs are free and we meet on every Tuesdays between 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. And we focus on seniors, the family in which the senior is there, which means we take all our programs are focused towards seniors, the family members, and the caregiver in the family. So our objective is to have a harmonious family where a senior citizen and there are various challenges which these people meet up, and probably some of the small areas which we pick up from our sessions will be useful to them. And today, part of autonomy is intimacy. So today we'll be focusing on the word intimacy. Um, as usual, I will request you to unmute the mic and talk or use the chat box. What does the word intimacy mean to you in your own terms?
Very close.
Very closely. Good. Thanks, Sureshji. Anybody else?
Feeling connected to someone?
Exactly, Nirmalji. Feeling connected to someone, being close, being connected to someone. Exactly. Great. Good. Thanks for initiating the simple answers.
I would say making someone comfortable to contribute.
Yes, Mr. Mayank Dalal. Great. Making someone comfortable to contribute. Exactly. So it all revolves around how we communicate, how we connect, how we transact with the person in our family. So intimacy has got something to do with the other person and ourselves in principle. So the word autonomy, the aim of transaction analysis is to bring in autonomy to each and every individual, and autonomy has got three parts: awareness, spontaneity, and intimacy. Our previous two sessions were revolving around awareness and spontaneity. Today, we'll be going in depth into intimacy. All these three factors are separate by itself, but once we integrate all of them, then the autonomy starts taking place. Autonomy in simple terms, it is like a college, an autonomous college. The college is given as the powers to take its own decision, set its own framework, ways of working, how to conduct the exam, what are the gradings to be done. It sets its own standard. It is independent. It is not attached to some other university who takes the decision. So the meaning of autonomy is very simple. We can compare it to a college. So me as an individual person, do I have the awareness, my own awareness? Am I spontaneous? And do I experience intimacy? So it is all pertaining to our own self. So in the awareness program, we had seen about how aware are we about ourselves, our emotions, the people around us, and the situations and the context. That was the first part. The second part was the spontaneity, in which we explored how spontaneous are we. So in TA, we got the parent ego state, adult ego state, and child ego state. So parent ego state means even when we are grown up, we still carry the values, thoughts, behaviors, feelings of people from whom we have copied these things. These are all copied behaviors or borrowed behaviors, thinking and feeling. So when we exhibit that, we are from our parent ego state. It's mostly to do with the traditions, values, ethics, those kind of areas. Child ego state means like you carry a set of thinking, feeling, and behavior which you had experienced somewhere before the age of 5 or 6. It is our natural behavior or our natural feeling, right? That is what is the child ego state. The adult ego state consists of thinking and feeling and behavior, but it is our own original. Like we get connected with the here and now. I am talking to you, you are listening to me. So this is an adult transaction. We are in the present moment. All our conversation, thinking, emotions, whatever it is all pertaining to the current situation. We are neither in the past nor in the future. We are in the here and now. That is what the functioning of the adult ego state is. So uh, each one of us have got these three ego states, and if we have the capacity to move between these three and choose the appropriate style of communication from each ego state depending on the situation, that is what is called spontaneity. Am I spontaneous enough to respond to a situation rather than react? React is something different from responding. So TA talks about spontaneity in the way of how you respond to the situation in the here and now. So that is what we had seen. So last time we had explored how spontaneous are we, what are the areas we are spontaneous, and what are the areas we are not spontaneous, and where we need to open up. So that is what we had seen. So with this short background about awareness and spontaneity, today we'll go into intimacy. Hope you have your pen and papers ready. We'll begin with a small quiz. So we call this as the autonomy index for family leaders. So for uh, these things, like see, this assessment is not to give you a certified position like you are like this. No, this is something to bring to your awareness. Why these questions are formed up is it is to just bring to your awareness how and what we are doing in our current situation in our life. So it is only to give you awareness where you are doing, where you need to move ahead, where you need to take a different decision and move ahead. So it is only to give you awareness of where you are. It has got nothing to do with your personal image or this is what I am. Nothing to brand about yourself. It's only to say you're like this, right? It's something like the date of a calendar. Today's date is 10. Tomorrow when we see it is 11. It changes. So uh, transaction analysis gives you that freedom to change, to evolve, to be a better person. And nobody is a perfect person, or nobody will say I'm the perfected myself in my life. There's always scopes of improvement. So that is what this assessment is all about. So these questions will be focused on the part of intimacy. So when I go through the questions, you can rate yourself. So if it is never true for you, you give 0. If it is always true, consistently true, if the statement matches you consistently, you give yourself 4. And if it is sometimes it is 2, and if it is rarely true, it is 1, and it is often you experience those kind of statement matches you, then you can give 3. So there are no right or wrong answers. Whatever answer you think is you give, it is right. And this is your personal work, and I will not be asking you for the score, right? So again, I would like to make this statement. This is a leadership diagnostic tool, not a personality test or a therapy instrument. It is not a personality assessment test or not a therapy instrument. It is a leadership diagnostic tool, which means like we evolve. Today, this holds good. Probably in another 1 hour, this will change, right? So with your pens and paper ready, we'll move. And just remember, if it doesn't match you, it is 0. If it is consistently true, it is 4, right? So just remember this, and anything in between, you can score it. Okay. So this is the intimacy index. Okay, it talks about how cleanly you connect with the other person. As you said in the initial stage, what does intimacy mean? Being close, communicating with other people, making them understand, being comfortable, everything fits into this index. So C1, the first question, I express feelings without blaming or rescuing, right? I have the freedom to express my feelings to the other person without blaming or rescuing, right? If it is always, you give the score. If it doesn't match you, you give the score, right? C2, I listen without preparing my defense. Many people, when they start discussing or go into conversation, by the time somebody is starting to say something, the listener starts preparing for a defense or preparing for an answer. Defense might not mean the very word of no, but they might be getting the answer ready even before the person has completed the sentence. So I listen without preparing my defense. If you prepare without, if you listen to the other person without preparing, right, then it is something. If you are preparing for a defense, then it is something. Okay. Here the question is, I listen without preparing my defense. I give appreciation without expecting return, right? So when I move with the other person, do I appreciate the person without expecting any return, right? So if it is so, then you give one mark. If it is not so, you give the appropriate one. So we are shuttling between 0 to 4, 4 being the highest, always true, and 0 is never true. C4, I receive feedback without shutting down. So feedback doesn't mean it has to be a formal feedback in your team or in your organization or by your team leader or your higher ups. A feedback can simple feedback can be like today the dosa was very crispy, right? Today the sambar or chutney was not so good. Something was missing. Anything, right? So do you receive feedback without shutting down? Closing your mind, right? If you're open to feedbacks with an open mind and you start accepting the feedback, then it is 4. If you are rejecting it or closing it, it is at 0. C5, I do not use silence, anger, or sacrifice to control outcomes, which means no drama. I've seen some people in my life who use who throw tantrums, right? They start shouting things like that, right? So here the statement, please understand the statement. I do not use silence, which means you speak. When something is conveyed to you, you speak. You don't keep mum. Even if you have done something wrong, you say that you have done something wrong, right? You don't stay silent or you don't show anger so that the other person shuts their mouth, right? So some people use anger as a way of controlling the others or sacrifice. Like there are people in some families who say, because of you only, I didn't go for my job in another city. I stayed with the family. See how much of sacrifice I've control. So when they say this, the other person is being controlled, right? So here you need to understand all these various factors of controlling other person is mentioned: silence, anger, and sacrifice. If you do not use any of these 3 methods, then boldly you can go for 4. Somewhere you use these things, probably 2 or 3, and you always use this, then you need to give yourself a 0. C6, I ask for support directly when needed. Are you open enough? Are you spontaneous enough to ask for a support or help from the other person directly, right? Just asking them, will you please switch on the fan? Can you take me the tumbler? So it can be, these are all some small things which I'm saying, which happens in a day-to-day life. There are people who talk for 3 minutes for a 30-second work, who beat around the bush. They don't ask things directly. Okay. So if you ask for support directly, then you give yourself a 4. If you don't ask directly and you ask indirectly, you camouflage your communication, then you can give a least mark. So this first set of 6 questions. We got another set of 6 questions to go. Anyone would like to share something in their life pertaining to these 6 questions? Any one of these 6 questions you can think about. You can reflect upon what happened in your life. Then probably you can share so that we understand these 6 questions much differently and deeper.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
Suresh, sir.
usually I go with C5. I do not use silence, anger, or sacrifice to control outcomes because most of the time I used to say directly what I think in my mind, like it is correct or not correct. Like that, I'll say immediate. I don't expect any outcomes from that. That may be anger, that may be some kind of conversation, that may be some kind of fight, small fight like that. So that is my feedback, sir.
Thank you, Suresh ji. Thank you. Anybody else?
Yeah, I have something. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Annamalai, sir. Please, sir.
The statement number 2, I listen
sir.
without preparing my defense.
ம்.
நிறைய தவணை நான் கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கேன் இது இந்த மாதிரி முழுசா கவனிக்கணும், அப்ப நம்ம இப்ப ஆன்சரை தயார் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இருக்க கூடாது அப்படின்னு. பட் இருந்தாலும் அது என்னமோ முடியல. கேட்டுக்கிட்டு இருக்க போதே அதுக்கு என்ன பதில் சொல்லணுங்கிறது மாதிரி வந்துருது. வர முடியல, அதை விட முடியல. அதே மாதிரி இந்த C4 நான் சொல்றதுல ஃபீட்பேக் வித்தவுட் ஷட்டிங் இல்ல அது இல்ல. ஐ கிவ் நம்பர் 3 ஐ கிவ் அப்ரிசியேஷன் வித்தவுட் எக்ஸ்பெக்டிங். அது ஐ டூ இட் ஹூஎவர் மேபி. தெரிஞ்சவங்க தெரியாதவங்க, பஸ் கண்டக்டர், பேங்க்ல கிளர்க், யாரா இருந்தாலும் ஐ கிவ் தட் வித்தவுட் எக்ஸ்பெக்டிங். ஐ டூ தட். அதே மாதிரி கடைசி இதுவும் ஐ சீக் சப்போர்ட். இதுவும் ஐ ஜெனரலி நல்லா ஓப்பனா எல்லாத்தையுமே கேட்கறேன். யாரா இருந்தாலும் தேவையான நேரத்துல நான் கேட்டுறேன். இந்த மத்ததுகளுக்கு மட்டும்
கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சம்
2 3 தான் ஆன்சர் கொடுக்க முடியுது நம்பர்.
புரிஞ்சுதுங்க சார். Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing. Friends, this is what exactly is the object of this session, to bring you awareness where we are struggling and where we are comfortable. So probably like these are areas which we need to think about how we can practice these things and take it a step further. Thank you for the sharing, Suresh ji and Annamalai ji.
I also wanted to ask something.
Yes, Namal
So
ji.
the first point is I express feelings without blaming or rescuing. So why is it, what about people who don't express at all? So why is this specific point about blaming or rescuing? I didn't get that bit.
Okay. Blaming or rescuing, it gets connected with another topic which you had seen earlier. It is pertaining to something called a drama triangle. There are 3 positions. One is a victim, one is a persecutor, and one is a rescuer. The persecutor is the person who blames the other person. That is why we have brought in blaming. The rescuer is the person who rescues the other person without being invited for. So that is the rescuing role. And the third one is the victim role. Victim role is the place where I feel victimized and I blame myself. Why is this things always happens to me? Why do I need to be the person who's always responsible and answerable to these kind of situations? Why is this person always blaming me? So the victim mostly will not exhibit their feelings outside. So it is the person who's blaming the other person, or is it the person who's rescuing the other person who expresses their feeling. For example, the person who's blaming will say, like, suppose if I am a person who persecutes him, so I'll blame the other person. Why is it that you always give the report late? Can't you do this on time? Such a small work. So I express my feeling by way of blaming. Rescuing is, oh, you don't know how to do this. Come here, I'll tell you how to do this. Come, you should learn from me only. See, I take a upper position where I put the other person down and I rescue that other person. So even though I don't scold him, but my sense of feeling will be like I am powerful, I am better than you, I know more than what you are. So this is the reason why we have said blaming and rescuing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nirmalji. C7. I name emotional distance when it appears. Okay, say probably like in a family situation when we have an argument. Here, the emotional distance can't be measured, can only be felt. You know, like whenever there's an emotional gap, there's a small argument or a small rift, the opening words is, come have dinner, or give me one coffee. That mostly these small words or lines will be the uh, joining words after the small tussle. So here I name emotional distance when it appears. Are you able to name the emotional distance when it appears? Are you becoming aware that an emotional distance has happened? You'll be in the same room, you'll be watching the same channel, but there'll be no conversation, there'll be emotional distance. Sometimes the same situation, you'll be watching an interesting movie, you'll be in good terms. There you might be doing the same thing. You'll be watching the same channel, same movie. You'll not be talking, but that closeness will be there. Emotional closeness will be there. Are you able to identify this? If you're able to identify this, 4.
We are talking about this is something self-awareness. It's internal. It's
Yes,
not in
it is.
context to somebody else.
It is in context to somebody else, but it is internal to you.
Internal. Okay. All right. Thank you.
I do not use authority to avoid vulnerability. Okay, I like to give my example. Sometime back, when my daughter asked me a question, I didn't have an answer for that. I was vulnerable. So to avoid that, I used my authority as a father. You should not ask these kind of questions. This is not the time to ask these questions. We'll talk tomorrow morning. You know, like I didn't have an answer to that question what my daughter asked me. So I used my authority as a father to change the topic or postpone the topic to the next day. So if you don't use the authority and you accept a vulnerability with the other person, then you can give it 4. In case you don't accept your vulnerability, that is, you avoid your weakness and you use your authority to change that, then you have to give yourself 0. It is almost all the time. C9, I allow disagreements without emotional withdrawal. I allow disagreement without emotional withdrawal. This again, I'll go with my other daughter. Like I can talk to her, I can ask her questions, but beyond a point, she will say, "You win." Right? She will say, "You win," and she'll walk out of that place, or she'll say, I accept whatever you say." So this is a typical example how somebody withdraws emotionally. I allow disagreement without emotional withdrawal. So, are you allowing disagreement without emotionally getting attached or emotionally being withdrawn? Right? So, if you stay in the current situation, if the discussion is there and the disagreement is there, but you're still there as a person, respecting the other person, then you please give yourself 4. Right? And if you emotionally withdraw, then it is 0. C10, I tolerate emotional closeness without anxiety. I tolerate emotional closeness without anxiety. I think I had this anxiety with my father. Like when I was in school, even in college, like if I am sitting at the dining table and having food, he joins me for the lunch or dinner. I will take the plate. I will sit down and eat. I'll move to the floor and I'll eat. I'll not eat in the same table along with him. Some sort of anxiety, like emotionally not getting connected. Most of the time, 90 to 95% was like that only. So I tolerate emotional closeness without anxiety. I had this anxiety problem. So for me, I'll put it at 0 because I always used to have this with my dad. I speak honestly even when it risks discomfort. I speak honestly even when it risks discomfort. Many times we know honesty is the best policy. That's what we have been taught. But there have been situations when we tend to beat around the bush without speaking openly or straight away to the other person, right? So here the question I'd like you to read it again. I speak honestly even when it risks discomfort. You are not comfortable in telling that particular meaning or conveying that particular message to other person. Even in spite of your discomfort, you talk to the other person, right? So that is what it means here. I still remember my marks in my seventh standard. I had flunked in maths. I had flunked in maths. So I didn't know what to do. I knew I will get nice scolding from my father, but I didn't know how to express it. I informed my mother, and my mother informed my father, right? So I was not able to handle that discomfortness, and I was not able to face my father. So I had to have my mother as a mediator, like to convey this message to my dad. C12, I relate without hidden agendas or games. Uh, uh, here, the hidden agenda means like I have something in my mind and I come and speak to the other person with this hidden agenda. I have an end result to be done with that person. Say, for example, I remember my college days, no, there used to be friends who come and tell me hey, your shirt is nice, you look smart today. Then we smile. Then one or two lines conversation happens. Then they say, please give me your notebook. I'll take Xerox and I'll give it to you after 2 days. Like we don't know what it is, but they always have a hidden agenda when they come and talk to us, right? And the word games here means psychological games. The definition for games, as per transaction analysis, goes like this: a series of ulterior complementary transaction, thus that ends in a predictable payoff. So, games are conversations which happens for a very short time or for a period of time, but ultimately it ends with one or both of the people going away with negative feeling. So this is what I didn't want to help you for. You help somebody and that person doesn't repay you back or doesn't give the material he has taken from you. So then you start blaming the other person starts fighting, then that ends up as a game. So the last one is I relate without hidden agendas or games. So friends, this is the second set of six questions. The floor is open for you to reflect or ask any questions. Please go ahead.
Sir,
The
C12, you please explain once more, sir.
I relate without hidden agendas or games. எனக்கு உள்ளுக்குள்ள நான் வச்சுட்டு வெளியே ஒன்று நான் பேசல. நான் உங்ககிட்ட பேச வரப்ப என்கிட்ட ஏதோ ஒரு எதிர்பார்ப்பு இருக்கு உங்ககிட்ட. ஒரு ஹிடன் அஜெண்டா இருக்கு. உங்ககிட்ட பூசி மொழியெல்லாம் பேசி முடிச்சு அந்த அஜெண்டாவை நான் ஃபுல்ஃபில் பண்ணிக்கிறேன். அப்போ நான் உங்ககிட்ட ஜென்யூனா இல்லை. I don't trust that I'll be able to talk to you. Even though we are from the same family, we are in the same team, we feel that you will not do it. Somewhere I am uncomfortable in talking to you. So that is what is meant by the 12th point, sir.
Thank you, sir.
இந்த C7ல ஐ நேம் எமோஷனல் டிஸ்டன்ஸ் அப்படின்னா நேம் அது என்ன கிளியரா இல்லையா எனக்கு?
சார் நேம்னா அந்த எமோஷனல் டிஸ்டன்ஸ் இருக்குன்னு நான் அவேர் ஆயிக்கிறேன் சார். நம்ம அந்த நேம்ங்கிறது வந்து இங்க வந்து இட் இஸ் நாட் தி எக்ஸாக்ட் நேமிங் ஆஃப் தி எமோஷன். It is the distance. We are aware of the distance. Say probably we might be in the same room, but we might be feeling distant, very distant. After a small argument, we might feel a little away. A bigger argument, it will be a very long emotional distance. It takes up a longer period of time to patch up easily. So here it is about the emotional distance. Are we aware of it? Many of us, we are not aware of this at all. And the emotional distancing, we are not aware of it.
இப்ப நான் ஒரு சினிமா பார்த்துக்கிட்டு இருக்கேன். அதுல அந்த ஹீரோ அண்ட் ஹீரோயின் அவங்க எப்படியாவது கல்யாணம் பண்ணிடணும் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி நான் எதிர்பார்த்துக்கிட்டு இருக்கேன். அது அது என்ன அது என்ன மெயின்டைனிங் எமோஷனல் டிஸ்டன்ஸ் இல்ல எனக்கு அதுக்கு என்ன அது என்ன சிச்சுவேஷன்? அது எப்படியாவது அவங்க நல்லா இருக்கணும், நல்லா வந்துடணும்.
சார் நம்ம இங்க பாக்குறது எமோஷனல் டிஸ்டன்ஸ் அங்க டிவில வர ஹீரோ ஹீரோயின் இல்ல சார். அப்போ நீங்களும் மேடமும் உட்காந்து டிவி பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கீங்க. When you watch a movie in good mood, when both of your communication is good, then you connect with the movie and you connect with yourself.
I see. Right.
Emotional distance is close. ஒரு சின்ன ஒரு ஆர்கியூமெண்ட்டுக்கு அப்புறம் ரெண்டு பேரும் போய் உட்கார்ந்து படத்தை பாக்குறீங்க.
Okay. Yeah.
You get connected with the movie, but not with the person sitting next to you.
I see. Yeah. Now it is clear. Yeah, I do understand. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'm getting it. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So the watching TV, I took it as an example. Yet again, the emotional distance can always mean pain, pleasure. Like if again we take the example of movies, a hero going to meet a heroine. She'll be just 2 meters away, but the heroine's father will be there. The kind of feeling or the pain this guy undergoes, the emotional distance. Again, this is in good mood. Again, both of them fight. They'll be within the same 2 meter distance, but the pain which they undergo again is different. The distance is much more. Anyone wants to share about any other point? C8, C9. Yes,
so most of the intimacy most of the intimacy index questions, generic சொல்றேன். What I have seen myself do, இப்ப நம்ம ஒரு வாட்டி once bitten twice shy சொல்லுவாங்க. ஒரு வாட்டி ஏதாவது ஒரு இன்டிமசி பண்றது போயிட்டு request or then we become an adapted child. Next time on the intimate, இந்த வேணாலும் I speak honestly even when it is ஒரு வாட்டி honestly speak பண்ணிட்டு கடிச்சாச்சுன்னா நெக்ஸ்ட் டைம் பக்கத்துல ஹானஸ்டாவே பேச மாட்டோம். ஸோ இன்டிமசியை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் நம்ம பிட்டர் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் வேர் வி ஃபால் வந்துச்சுன்னா சம்டைம்ஸ் வி பிகம் அன் அடாப்டட். நெக்ஸ்ட் டைம் அடாப்டட் சைல்டா போயிட்டு சொல்லவே மாட்டோம். அதுக்கு ஐ ட்ரை சம்திங் லைக் திஸ் ஆஸ் அ நோ ஐ டூ. அதுக்கு சொல்யூஷனும் ஐ ட்ரை தட். I usually put it as an open suggestion or a request. So even if it is a no from the other side, in an acceptable position, like I am okay, you are okay in the life position, and then tell them, okay, whatever, சொன்ன suggestion, want you do it, suggestion பண்ணா இதெல்லாம் கிடைக்கும். So சில இடத்துல எல்லாம் I do that, not everywhere I do. Some places I do that.
Absolutely, you're right, Sridham. Like again, it all boils down to the chemistry between these two people, you and the other person, family, right? The only thing which I will invite everyone to think about is like we are always different. People in our family are different. People in our workplace are different. Our friends are different. What is the kind of intimacy index we maintain with these three areas of people? 1, your family. 2, your workplace. 3, your social circle, your friends or your club members or your association members. All the intimacy index varies. right? From situation to situation, and the role which you also take. Thanks for sharing that wonderful experience, Sriram. Thank you. So friends, you sum up the scores, like whatever scores you have written, you just sum it up. And I would invite you to, your scores will be somewhere between 0 to 48. Okay. Please understand, this index doesn't measure whether you are a good or a bad leader. Simple. You are there here today. You will evolve, right? It shows where your leadership is free and where it is still inherited. So, certain aspects you're free, certain aspects are still holding you back. We'll focus on one leverage point, not everything. So, out of these 12 points, you focus on one area which you want to work on and develop, so that that one change will bring in the change in the other segments. So if your score is somewhere between 0 to 16, we call it as the game-based leadership. What's really going on? Simple. Leader avoids emotional contact. You speak, there's no emotional connect or the contact is missing. So leaders avoid emotional contact, relies on control, sacrifice, or withdrawal. Remember, this question was there. The leader totally depends on controlling the members in the family. He controls through various methods, right? He sacrifices everything so that people say, so see how much he is doing. We need to ask his opinion, things like that. Or withdrawal. Whenever something happens beyond a certain point, the leader of the family, he withdraws. You do whatever you want. Don't come back to me for anything. Withdrawing away from the situation. The third one, heavy psychological games, playing with the emotions. Remember, there's one question which said, the last question which ended up with or games. So heavy psychological games where we manipulate consciously or unconscious. Most of the games are unconscious, and you manipulate so that there's always a negative feeling with the other person, right? With the other person or with yourself. So this is what really goes on. The observable behaviors will be passive aggression. It is not active aggression, it is passive aggression. You don't speak openly, you don't shout, you don't do anything, but you are aggressive. You are passively aggressive. You don't eat, you don't smile, you don't look at people and talk. You get up at 5:36 in the morning, you go out of the house, you come back only in the night, right? So that is passive aggression. The second observable behavior is emotional transactions with hidden agendas, right? You have a hidden agenda, right? With this hidden agenda, you transact the emotional part. Okay, like in simple terms, uh, the words mean different, but your emotions are the actual things which conveys your emotions, right? Uh, your communication is totally laden with the emotions. Say, for example, who takes care of me in the family? Everybody is behind my money only. Nobody listens to me. You see, kind of sympathy which is coming in, right? I'll do everything for them narrative. So, these kind of leaders always say, I am sacrificing, I am rescuing them, I am doing everything for them, and I don't get anything. So I do everything for them narrative is something which you can see hidden in the communication. Whenever they're talking, see, I'm doing so much for the family and they're not listening to me. It will be a casual statement, but once you are able to observe this passive aggression, emotional transaction with hidden agendas, and I do everything for them narrative, then this leader of the family is in a game-based leadership, and the leadership is not clear. And this game-based leadership, the ending is always with a negative feeling for either himself or the other person or for all the members in the family. Now, a train can go only as fast as the engine can go. The engine is the leader or the head of the family. The head of the family is strong. He is powerful. He can handle mood swings. He can change the direction which the family goes. The emotional stability, the emotion of the family can still be changed, right? the head is very important. So, to 16 is an area where the leader's got a scope where he can change himself. The second set is between 17 to 32. If your scores are between 17 to 32, then leadership is in the selective intimacy. The very word selective intimacy shows that we are selective in being intimate with the other person. What really goes on? Simple, leader can be real with some people. Hello? Yeah. So, leader can be real with some people. It is not that they are not connecting with everybody. They'll be able to connect with few people in the family, and they're very genuine. That is why we say be real with some people. Avoids intimacy when stakes are high. When the situation is not conducive or not favorable, or when the outcomes are very high, they don't get intimate with the other person. They know when to get intimate and when to stay away from. They normally stay away when the outcomes are very high. Say probably an important decision has to be taken, right? At those kind of times, they don't take up the intimacy role. They are aware, but they're slightly away from the situation. And whenever there's a fear of losing respect, intimacy is away for them, right? Say like with somebody in the family, they know like they will not listen, they'll always fight back, they'll always argue, they're always repulsive. With these kind of people, they don't go very close because they know they'll lose their respect. A very simple question of somebody asking you, who are you to ask me? Why should you come and ask me these questions? Why do you ask me these questions? Who gave you the permission to ask these questions? Why are you putting your head into my personal affairs? Right? These kind of questions are places where normally a family leader is very aware that he's not going into the intimate role with the other person. So the observable behaviors: warm in private, rigid in public. Warm in private is like on a one-to-one discussion or a one-to-one situation, they'll be very close and warm. But when they come in front of other people, they'll be very rigid. Probably a person A is talking to a person B, he'll be very warm, right? Because it's a one-to-one discussion. When it comes to talking in front of C, D, and E, the way how A behaves will be very rigid, like putting upon their strong things, strong behavior, so that they stay away from the intimacy zone. And again, their sharing is very selective. They don't talk everything to everybody. They share certain information only with certain people. So the sharing of information is also very selective. The third segment of people who have got the scores in the range of 33 to 48, clean contact leadership. Here, there's no games, no selective intimacy. The clean contact leadership is present here. What really goes on? Simple, leader rates without games, no ulterior motives, no hidden agenda. The head of the family is able to move with everybody and speak their mind. Authority and vulnerability integrated, right? Even though the leader of the family has the power, he also has the ability to acknowledge that he doesn't know certain aspects or doesn't hold the knowledge capacity to answer these questions. The third one, high trust presence. When the trust is there, it is not only present, but it is also a high trust, right, on the members of the family, between the leader and the members of the family. So this is what really goes on. When trust is there, conversation is more in depth. You are able to open up. So what are the observable behaviors? The communication is calm, direct, and very human. Calm, no emotions, no flip-flops. The conversation is very direct, to the point, precisely to whom I have to say. I don't beat around the bush. I don't use examples in talking. I'm able to say what I want to say to the other person, right? And it is humanistic in nature. It is between my heart to the other heart, It is between my mind to the other mind, right? It is two souls talking irrespective of the age, gender, or the role in the family. Doesn't weaponize emotion. Here, the emotion is original, powerful, and the leader doesn't use the emotion as a weapon to manipulate the other person. Even if at all the emotion is there, it is a genuine emotion which comes straight from the heart and which is there along with the family, right? Let's say, like I think you will remember your your day your day of marriage. After 2 or 3 days, when the lady comes to your house, or when the lady moves to the other house, there is always separation, and there is always an emotional situation where the parents of the bride cries and the bride cries and everything is there. That emotion is original, right? It is current to that situation, right? Let's take a kid in your family loses his pet dog. The dog runs away and is not found for 2 days. That emotion which the kid shows is original, right? So these are the observable behaviors. And friends, remember these three categories are there to just bring you awareness where you are. You can take your own decision as to which area of your intimacy index you want to work on. Yes,
Sorry.
ma'am.
So
Yes.
before you move to the red flags,
Yeah.
can you just for 1 minute go back to the slide, previous one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
This
thank
one?
you. Yes, thank you so much, sir. I have 2 questions I'll ask towards the end, sir.
Yeah, you can ask
Sir,
me.
sir,
After the red flags thing, I'll ask 2 questions.
Yeah, sure. Yes, sir, please.
इससे पहले वाली स्लाइड एक बार रिवर्ट कर दीजिए 30 से पहले वाली.
Oh, 1 second, sir. 1 minute. Here, sir.
1 मिनट.
Yes.
Actually, even I'm taking screenshots.
Okay. I will show you the previous one also. 1 minute. Yeah, done?
Yes.
Thank you. There are 4 areas where we like to raise a red flag. When we say red flag, it means something which you need to really focus on. Closeness without contact. Indian families are together, right? But not intimate. This, when I say not intimate, it's not with all the families. It is with some families. They're together. They'll be in the same house. They'll do everything together, but that intimacy will be missing out. So let's look at 4 such situations. Care
இல்ல
without.
ஒரு 1 minute ஜெகன், அது
Ah.
எப்படி அந்த இன்ஃபரன்ஸ் ஹவு டு யூ மேக் இட்? ஐ மீன் இந்தியன் ஃபேமிலிஸ் ஆர் டுகெதர் பட் நாட் இன்டிமேட் அப்படின்னு அது என்ன? ஏதாவது நீ ஸ்டடீஸ் ஆர் மேட் ஆர் யுவர் அப்சர்வேஷன் ஆர் வாட் இஸ் இட்? வாட் இஸ் த பேசிஸ் ஆஃப் தி ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்?
Sir, research has been done, sir, on emotional intelligence. Or emotionally, I'll share it with you, sir.
Okay.
Emotionally aware. Being emotionally aware, they don't talk about intimacy directly, but they talk about the emotional connect within the family members. Sir, probably like நம்ம Western systemல பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, if you look into the Western system, after a certain age, the child goes off. They start earning, living independently. But Indian families have a traditional system of having a joint family. Even if it is not a bigger joint family, at least the parents are along with the son, definitely. So this is where the changes comes in, sir. It is with this context only we are telling this narrative.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I do understand. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks. So care without contact. Love expressed through duty, not dialogue. 6 o'clock you get the coffee, 9 o'clock you get the breakfast, everything comes to your table, right? So love is expressed through duty and not conversation. Providing replaces presence. So providing food, providing the required medicine, everything on time doesn't mean care is there. It is only that it is done as a duty and not as a intimate relationship. So love expressed through duty, not dialogue. Providing replaces the presence of the person. We did everything for you, used as leverage. In Tamil, we call it as solli kainkaran. We did everything for you. After doing everything, the person says to the person who's taking the uh, support or the help, see, we did everything for you. So this is something we call it as the red flag 1. Care is there, but without contact. So if the same care is given with contact and connect, so instead of keeping the coffee and the food with the person and moving away, give the coffee to the person. You also take your coffee, sit with that person, have coffee together, talk something. Then that becomes intimacy. That brings in closeness. That brings in the connect. So their duty is not there. It is a dialogue. The closeness comes in. So this is one thing which we need to do, because many families think that doing the duty itself is something which is being in a relationship or intimacy. It is not so. You don't have to do the duty, but be with the person while they are there. So
இல்ல அந்த
in
ரெட்
yes sir.
ஃபிளாக் ஒன்னுல என்ன காட்டுனீங்க? சாரி, அது கொஞ்சம் கோ பேக். ரெட் ஃபிளாக் 1
இதுதான் ஒண்ணுங்க சார். ரெட் ஃபிளாக் 1 இதாங்க சார்.
இல்ல 2ன்னு போட்டிருக்கே, அதனால
இல்ல
கேட்டேன்.
சார், இது I1 சார். இது
I see.
intimacy 1. அது
Okay.
ஐயும் ஒன்னும் ஒரே மாதிரி இருக்கு சார். Both I looking the same.
Okay. I thought I missed it. Okay, thank
Yes.
you.
So in TA terms, it translates as strokes are conditional and transactional. Strokes are conditional and transactional. Now, we have already seen that any stroke or unit of recognition given to the other person for doing something is conditional, right? What we need for intimacy is a unconditional stroke, unconditional love, affection, gratitude strokes. Now we move on to the red flag 2, I2, emotional blackmailing masked as love. After all we have done for you, you're leaving us and going. After all I've done for you, you're not taking care of me. Now, these are things which normally happens, and right now the government has brought in a law which says like the parents can take back the property given to their son or daughter at any point of time. And nowadays, uh, like this like the property is something which defines the relationship. My father said to give me this property. My father is supposed to write his will. I don't know whether I'll get this property or that property because my brother is there. Okay. So after all we have done. So emotional blackmailing, silent treatment as punishment, and illness, tears, or withdrawal as control. Yes, you can see these things as behavior in seniors, right? They might fake illness, they might drop tears, or they might withdraw as a method of showing control. Sometimes it will be genuine also. We need to take it on the go. Why I'm giving this example with the senior citizens is because in families normally this is where the thing comes up, the gap. So in TA terms, it means as psychological games institutionalized and rackets are rewarded. So you need to be aware of your psychological games. The third red flag, I3, authority blocks vulnerability. Leader never apologizes downward. There are still people in certain families, even if they do a mistake, they will not apologize to the other person. They hold back to the level in which they are. They don't apologize downward. Probably they make apologies to their higher ups, but they'll never apologize to the people down, particularly the younger generation. Elders never name fear or doubt. Elders never name fear or doubt. They never show fear or doubt outside. Strength defined as emotional distance. Strength defined as emotional distance. They stay away from certain things. They don't get emotionally close and they show that as a strength. So now these are places or behaviors where the authority blocks the vulnerability. Please remember, as human beings, we have our own vulnerability in certain areas. It is okay to express your vulnerability. So in tier terms, what it means is parent ego state over-identified and adult to adult intimacy becomes impossible. So these are some of the blockages which you need to be aware of. The fourth one, the red flag I4, privacy as betrayal. Privacy as betrayal. Boundaries seen as rejection. Boundaries seen as rejection. When I say boundaries, you don't talk everything to everybody in the family, right? You know like what has to be spoken to somebody and what not to be spoken, what has to be spoken to the adults, what has to be spoken to the youth, and what has to be spoken to the children. And again, with the adult, you know what has to be spoken to whom, right? Sometimes what happens is like this happened many years back in my family. Uh, see, I sensed something as a rejection. My wife used to speak to my mother more, like when she comes back from office. So at that time, I mistook it as why is she only talking to her. Then only I came to know like they talk about family things, grocery, what has to be done. See nowadays they speak again. Even now they are speaking, but I don't feel this sense of rejection because I have understood what the boundaries are. So boundaries seen as rejection. Independence interpreted as disrespect. When independence is given, it is interpreted as disrespect. And the third one is emotional fusion mistaken for unity. So these are the three things which you need to be aware of when you feel privacy is a betrayal. It is not so. Okay. See,
No, Jagan, I have
yes,
a
sir.
question.
Yes, sir.
See, from whose point of view boundaries are seen as rejection? See, I will tell the typical instance. Or in my family, my grandson, he has completed his education and he has started working.
Okay.
On Saturdays and Sundays, he goes with his friends for movies or mall or something like that, and he comes late night. So we have kept a time by 10 o'clock. You must return. Now, I am setting a boundary. This boundary is seen as rejection means he sees it or from whose point of view this?
He sees it. He sees it.
Oh,
Your
I see.
grandson. In the other
Point
way, in the other side, the same example, I take it as your grandson goes on a Saturday with his friends.
Yeah, that's right.
So you might easily tell him, see, only on Saturday, Sunday you're at home, and even on the Saturday, Sunday you're going out with your friends. Please stay back on the Saturday, Sunday. So what happens is the boundary is broken.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So you are giving him his freedom. You give him freedom to go out on a Saturday evening along with friends and come back home by 10. So he knows the boundaries. Suppose he comes home by 9:30, you are happy, he is happy, everybody is happy. He doesn't see this as a rejection. But if you move the 10 o'clock boundary to 8 o'clock boundary, he will see this as a gap.
Oh, I see.
The same permission, instead of 10 o'clock, change it to 8 o'clock, it becomes difficult. And yet again, sometimes you change the situation saying, oh, you're going for this movie, I am also coming. Then you go into his boundary of friends.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Then he says, Tata, why are you coming? Then you say, why you are not taking me? You feel rejected. Then because you enter into his boundary. So this penetrating the boundary, again, the same can be felt by him as a rejection.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Very
Yeah,
practical
okay.
situation.
Yeah,
This happens with my daughter also. They'll say, this Saturday I'm going with a friend to have some chart items. I'll say, I'll also come. She'll say, no, 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 no. Then I'll say, I'll drop you, I'll move off. So this is what happens.
What about this emotional fusion
Pardon,
mistaken
sir?
for unity? Emotional fusion mistaken for unity.
Okay. Emotional fusion, see, like emotional fusion happens when, say, for example, I want to watch I want to watch a uh, humor channel. You also want to want to watch humor channel. There our emotions getting together because we want to watch the same kind of a channel, emotional happy go channel. Um, like that we have got our favorite emotions like happiness, sad, okay, anger, things. So when my emotion, your emotion gets connected, it is a fusion. We are only getting fused for that emotion, but not for unity. Sometimes when I crack a joke, you also crack a we laugh. Then somebody seeing us will think, okay, both of these people are so close, they're cracking jokes. No, only for that moment and for that instance, we have joined together in that emotional wavelength. Thank you. Uh, thank you, Sriramji. Somebody raised your hand. Yes. Mr. Mayank, I'm not able to hear you. Mr. Mayank, you can unmute and talk. Okay. You can unmute and talk whenever you want. Okay, here the TA translation is enmeshment replaces intimacy. Okay, so you're not actually intimate, but something is there close, but it is not intimacy. Emotional fusion, these kind of examples you'll remember. Autonomy viewed as a threat. So being yourself is seen as a threat. It is not helping you to move forward. So the last slide for the day, something which you can take home. Objective, replace control with clean contact. Clean contact without any instances of controlling the other person. So our objective is to replace control with clean contact. Relationship I will practice with. Now this session is all about building a relationship or evolving your relationship with the other person. So one thing what you'll practice with. Person I will focus on this week. One personally. You will focus on only one person to experience and evolve your intimacy with the other person. So only one person, okay. Sometimes the leaders overreach here, like you start reaching everybody. You just focus on one person whom you want to build your intimacy with or increase your intimacy with. So clean intimacy action, you can pick anyone, all very simple things. One, name a feeling without explanation to the other person. Just name a feeling. I am feeling happy today. I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling down today. You can tell whatever you want. Just name a feeling without explanation to the other person. One. Second, give an unconditional appreciation to the other person. Unconditional appreciation is given to the other person. What unconditional means here is for no reason you appreciate the other person. For their very being, for their very presence along with you, you give them an unconditional appreciation. The third one is ask for support directly. Don't beat around the bush. You ask for their support directly. Hey, please help me to do this work. Like I just got another half an hour to go. I need your help. Please do this. Simple. Ask for support directly. The next one is admit uncertainty, right? Admit uncertainty, right? When you're in doubt, say you are in doubt. When you're not clear about giving an answer back, tell them this is what I think, I'm not sure, right? This shows your vulnerability. This shows you need to take a concrete decision on this. Admit uncertainty. Stay present without fixing. Be there in the moment. Don't be a rescuer to the other person. Stay present, become aware of what is happening. Allow the other person to evolve out of that situation. So, that is what we meant by stay present without fixing things. Acknowledges distance. You need to acknowledge your distance. Remember the emotional distance we were. So, acknowledge yourself the emotional distance. So, these are things which you need to put it into practice. Choose what you're comfortable doing. Choose the person with whom you will use any one or two of these things which I shown you on the right hand side. That will be your objective for this 1 week. Leaders will express one truth without control, blame, or fixing. Please understand, leaders will express one truth without any control, without any blaming or fixing things. Leaders will express truth from their heart. So that is the statement which you need to remember. So intimacy check-in by the end of this week, probably by next Monday, you need to ask yourself, did I experience more contact or more control? So the question now is, are you controlling the relationship what you have, or are you in contact? Are you controlling? Are you in contact? Or are you having a mixed? So mixed is somewhere when you have almost a 60-40 or a 40-60 ratio. If it's more than 78% contact, you can say it as contact. If it's more than 78% control, you can say it as control, right? One sentence reflection you need to give by this weekend. So make sure you follow this process, and remember, success comes with your choice, not outcome. Don't worry about the outcome. Go with your choice of how you communicate, how you relate to the other person. Right? Failure reverting without noticing. Right? You need to just be aware. Don't go back to the original space. And friends, yes, sir. Please, sir.
Jagan, ஒரு question. இப்ப statements இல்ல leader will express one truth without control, blame or fixing.
Yes, sir.
இப்ப எங்க கம்பெனில நிறைய சிஸ்டம்ஸ் எஸ்ஓபிஸ் எல்லாம் இருக்கு.
ஓகே சார்.
சம் பீப்புள் அதை அவ்வளவு ஸ்ட்ரிக்டா ஃபாலோ பண்றது இல்ல. இப்போ அந்த லீடர் இந்த ட்ரூத்தை சொல்லணும் இத.
ஆமா.
இது எப்படி வித்தவுட் கண்ட்ரோல், வித்தவுட் பிளேம், வித்தவுட் ஃபிக்ஸிங் என்ன மாதிரி சொல்லணும், அதை எப்படி கன்வே பண்ணுவாரு?
சார், ஸ்ட்ரெயிட் டு த பாயிண்ட். நம்ம கம்பெனியில் இந்த ரூல்ஸ் எல்லாம் இருக்குங்க. இந்த எஸ்ஓபிஎஸ் பண்ணால் நம்மளுக்கு பெனிஃபிட்டாக இருக்கும். நீங்கள் பண்ணல, நாளையிலேருந்து பண்ண ஆரம்பிங்க, இன்னிலேருந்து பண்ண ஆரம்பிங்க, உங்களுக்கு என்ன சப்போர்ட் வேணுமோ எங்கிட்ட கேளுங்க சார். ஓப்பன் டாக். இங்கே வந்து கண்ட்ரோலுங்கிறது, நீ எஸ்ஓபி ஃபாலோ பண்ணால் உனக்கு இன்சென்டிவ் போயிடும், உன்னால தான் இந்த லாஸ் ஆச்சு, நீ மட்டும் அந்த ப்ராப்ளம் கரெக்டாக ஹேண்டில் எஸ்ஓபி படி ஹேண்டில் பண்ணியிருந்தா இந்த ப்ராப்ளம் வந்திருக்காது, உன்னை நான் அப்புறம் கவனிச்சுக்கிறேன். இந்த மெர்டல் அந்த இந்த இந்த நெகட்டிவ் இன்ஃப்ளூயன்ஸ் இல்லாமல் சொல்றதுங்க சார். பெர்சிக்யூட்டரா இல்லாம, அவங்கள விக்டிமா பண்ணாம, அவங்கள ரெஸ்கியூராகவும் பண்ணாம, அவங்கள நாலேஜை வளர்த்தி நம்ம கொண்டு போறதுங்க சார். இட் இஸ் a கேம் ஃப்ரீ டிரான்சாக்ஷன் சார். நீங்க அந்த செஷன் அட்டெண்ட் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க சார், அந்த டிராமா ட்ரையாங்கிள் when we took that you had
இருக்கு இருக்கு இருக்கு. I do understand. அதுல அந்த பெர்சிக்யூட்டர் அந்த ரெஸ்கியூயர் ஐசி அந்த ரோலுக்கு போகாம இருக்கணும். ரைட் ரைட்.
அதான் சார். இன் சிம்பிள் டர்ம்ஸ் எக்ஸ்பிரசிங் ஒன் ட்ரூத். உண்மையா சொன்னா எந்த இதுமே வராதுங்க சார். அந்த உண்மை கூட படுங்க சார்.
adult state வந்து you express.
கரெக்ட்டுங்க.
Here and now.
Here and now. Exactly, Sriramji.
Here and now with the data. The last 5 sessions, I see you have not followed 3 times the SOP procedure. Information, data ஓட சொல்றோம்.
Correct. Thank you, sir. Friends, with that, I come to the end of this session. Any questions, please?
Sir, can you forward this presentation? Is it possible?
Yes, sir. I'll post the important slides in the.
Important slides. Important slides only.
I'll post it in the WhatsApp group. What I'll do is I will share this the WhatsApp group link in the chat box. So you can just click that. It will be a one-way communication. Not have any disturbance from us. We'll be only posting on Sunday and on Tuesday about the program and the link. I will post these slides tomorrow, and also the video recording of this program will be shared tomorrow in the group, sir. You can join that. You can click on this.
Intimacy was one of the nicest topic which I took during my TA course. நான் இன்டிமசில ஒரு PDF presentation பண்ணிருக்கேன். அதை PDF கன்வெர்ட் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கேன். I'll share it with you. You can share it with the
Okay.
group.
Yeah, sure,
எல்லாருக்கும்
sure, sure.
I can send it to you. I'll do that. Yeah, you're doing that.
Thank you, Sriram.
யா ஜெகன், நான் ரொம்ப நல்லா இருந்தது. அந்த நீங்க திரும்ப திரும்ப சொன்னது மாதிரி இட் இஸ் ஒன்லி டு பிரிங் அன் அவேர்னஸ் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி. அது மாதிரி இட்
Yes,
இஸ்
sir.
கிவன் அன் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி ஃபார் அஸ் டு ரீலுக் அண்ட் டு லுக் அட் அவர் செல்ஸ் இன் ஏ நியூ பெர்ஸ்பெக்டிவ். நல்ல
Yes, sir.
ரொம்ப ரொம்ப யூஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருந்தது. தேங்க்யூ. தேங்க்யூ.
Very
Thank
true.
you, sir.
Very true.
One of the principles of TA is to bring awareness, not to brand with the marks. But since it's an assessment, I just gave a rating. Otherwise, we will the ratings are not of any use. Only the awareness is very, very important. The moment we become aware, 50% of our challenges are already overcome. Thank you, Anamali, sir.
Sir, just one question.
Yes, ma'am, you said two questions.
I know I had a third question also, but I'm just looking at the time.
Yes,
So,
please, ma'am.
sir, one of the points is,
Ah.
I'll just use an example. I have a relative
Yeah.
who has this
Ah.
habit of, poking too much, in the sense wanting to know too many things, too much in detail. So I tend to keep my distance from this person. And I want my, sanity in place. So I have very minimal interaction with this person. So somewhere here, during the different, when we were rating or becoming aware about our intimacy index. So one point somewhere you mentioned this, that, we act different. I'm not getting that point where it was. Maybe, not same with all the people. So I didn't understand
Yes.
this, what really this is about. So can you explain this?
Ma'am, behaving is with different people. This comes in the second slot, second segment of the rating. So here we have a selective communication with people who are like-minded, with whom we are comfortable in. We tend to communicate more, and we tend to talk important points or have a larger discussion. But with people with whom we are not comfortable for any reason, might be
Right.
they're poking their head, or their way of approach is not nice. They have a loose mouth. They talk back behind us.
Yeah.
All these things are there. So then we don't feel comfortable. Like the kind of people who will be comfortable with the person whom we told will be people who always talk about other people, who don't mind about cracking a joke behind somebody's back. They will get together comfortably. So again, it depends on your value system. I invite you also to look and think about one point where we were talking about boundaries when Annamalai ji asked about his grandson going to a movie. Similarly,
Correct.
you can be close with that person, but you can still have a boundary saying, I will not discuss XYZ topics with you, but I will relate to you on ABC topics. Over.
Sir, every topic is, trying to, it's pretty challenging for me. Perhaps I've not learned how to handle this person, or maybe it's like being around this person, everything is triggering. That's a very judgmental person, frankly speaking. If you are, taking care of yourself, what is the reason you are paying so much attention to yourself? It starts from there. So it's very uncomfortable. Why do we justify something to others? So that is something that, I was thinking, and but I do understand when you spoke about the boundaries thing. Another thing I wanted to ask is, wherein we spoke about the this fusion,
Yeah, emotional fusion.
emotional fusion mistaken for unity. Now, it is possible that, according to me, my interaction or my connection with my daughter, according to me, it's like, towards a very, we are very well connected. That's how I feel, because, we have all those nice moments, we share everything. But how do I understand whether in her mind, is it fusion or it's unity? So how do we, because this relationship means a lot to me. So is there a particular...
One thing, it is not fusion. It is
Okay.
not fusion. Right? Fusion happens on the spur of a movement or pertaining to one particular aspect. Say, for example, you are interested in Amitabh Bachchan movies. I am also interested in Amitabh Bachchan movies. Fusion happens. You are interested in Amitabh
Okay.
Bachchan, and I'm interested in with Rajinikanth. Then fusion will not happen. Simple.
Okay. So basically, just because fusion happens does not mean there is unity. But when there is unity, likelihood of fusion is more. Is that what it means?
When unity is there,
Huh.
fusion need not happen. It is unconditional love between a mother and a daughter.
Okay.
It is
Huh.
unconditional love.
Okay.
Whatever
All
said
right.
and done, ultimately both of you are together. There might be
Hmm.
small tiffs.
Yeah.
Say probably you might pull a leg or she might pull your leg. Again, depends on
Yes.
the age. Everything
Correct.
happens. Oh, when does that thing happen? Only when you have a good understanding, these things happen.
Okay. All
When
right.
I'm when I have when I have a doubt, I don't talk to you openly. I don't play the fool around with you. I don't hide your mobile. I don't pass a comment at you. I don't ask you a question.
Uh,
I have so much of doubts running in my head when I'm not okay with you.
oh,
All
understood.
these
Got
things
it.
happen. All these things happen only when you are in a okay relationship.
Got it. Yeah, that makes things a lot clear. One more question was,
Yes, please.
now we are talking about this index. So I just want to understand that when I am more present, or so-called in TA language, playing from the adult ego state, is it then that this index becomes more higher? Is it connected? I mean, that's where a little bit of a confusion is there.
No. See, adult ego state helps you to be connected with the present, right?
Okay.
Sriramji would like to throw some light on this.
Yes. True. Adult is here and now. Adult ego state is here and now, and adult ego always. You should not be in one ego state. Let us be clear, madam. You can't be always in adult. Then you are it is like a data processing unit. You tell all informations only. You'll talk only what is. Yeah, it becomes you're rigid like a computer. Only like
Okay.
you put
Machine.
in.
Okay.
Hey, why am I surviving life? So every other ego state also is required. So when I say child, parent, some are very not good, like adapted child is not good. Critical parent, always finding mistakes, critical parent is not good. Nurturing, tell them, give them the suggestion. It is like watering a plant, you nurture the plant will grow. Positives,
Okay.
negatives don't do like that. So you need to know that we are switching between these states, parent, child, adult. You process the info in the adult state. You move to parent, give him. You become a child when he needs to learn, say cycling or something you need to learn when he's switching on the gas. You become a parent when you say that a fire is there, you need to be careful.
Okay.
Same with electricity. So you need to know that you are switching between the PACs. This is always required. In the case of intimacy, I think I already have given that slide to you. Please read it. We will discuss in
Sure. Sure.
maybe next time. But it's a game free game. There's no games in the case of it's a games free life. That is intimacy. That is
Okay.
intimacy. It is nothing to do with the scoring, as Sir was mentioning. Who says I'm really enjoying this class and session as a practical awareness, I think the sessions are bringing. I
Yeah.
really need to appreciate the team here. Practical experience where everybody is, asking questions and putting the time and effort into it. Thanks once again, sir, for giving me the chance.
Thank
Talk.
you, Sriramji. Thank you, Nirmal ma'am. I'll share the details and further reference also I'll share with you, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I have a doubt, a
Yes.
question. If time permits, can I ask?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, we can.
Okay. So out of the three leaderships, the clean contact leadership is the best, is what is actually intended here? Because there are times
Yes.
when we are selective.
Yes, it happens. It happens, like say, let's think about a work situation. You can't be the same. You need to be selective. The only thing here is, are you aware of it?
Okay.
Are you aware of it? That's the first question. Once you are
Mm-hmm.
aware, then you don't fall into a game. You know the consequences. There are six people in your team, and
Okay.
you are close with three people selectively. Then you know, like these three people will definitely create some trouble. You are aware of it, and you're prepared to face the consequences. But in a
Yeah.
family situation, the selectiveness comes only if you are an in-law in a family, right? Say probably if there's already a elder brother who's
Mm-hmm.
there, your sister-in-law is there, then probably you're intimate with her closer than you are with your mother-in-law. So those differences will be there, definitely will be there. And yet again, uh, these family situations are such that again it is totally from your heart. Like where do you keep the other person with you? There might be
Mm.
persons in a family situation where they'll speak everything with a smiling face in front of you. The moment you
Mm-hmm.
move off, their style of communication changes. There are so many TV channels which broadcast these family operas, right? Soaps, like
Yeah.
you can notice it. See, being selective in certain conditions, certain situations is recommendable. It is.
For example, if there's someone who's always rude and disrespectful,
Hmm,
then I chose to be in the family itself. I chose to be selective with this person because
hmm,
I know if every sentence I speak, I'm given
hmm,
back, bashed out.
hmm.
So that's okay, right? Selective.
That's perfectly okay. See, whatever you're doing it in the interest of the bigger goal, bigger situation, right?
Oh.
Here I see two things. One, you're taking care of yourself. You've become aware of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
You're not cut the person. You're just started becoming selective, and you reduced your communication channels of communication with the other person.
So it's like setting boundaries. That's all, no?
Yes, exactly. You have decided what to talk, what not to talk with them. So
Yeah,
probably
because
yes, probably you might be
uh,
thinking about saying good evening, good morning. That's it. How are you?
that's
Your
it.
breakfast is ready.
Yes.
Simple. You are there on a okay level only, but you just reduce the intensity. Simple.
Okay. So it's okay to be in selective intimacy with some
Yes,
people.
yes,
Yes.
definitely. For survival.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. This gives a
eh,
lot of clarity.
Yes. Please remember, like, just go back to your college days or school days. You have your favorite teacher. Remember that situation. And there are teachers whom we didn't like, but yet we gave respect for them. Same thing holds good here.
That's a nice example. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, friends. Thank you for staying back. Suresh, sir, anything else?
Nothing, sir. It's
Thank
already
you, sir.
time's up.
Also, so I have
Yes,
missed
sir.
out this series. I think this is the third in the series. This is the third one. So
Yes, ma'am.
can I get access to the first two
Yeah,
videos which
ma'am.
I
Like,
missed?
it's already there on YouTube. Tomorrow I'll be posting all the three videos.
Okay. Okay.
Link in the group. You can please join. I'm sharing the link. You already joined our WhatsApp group?
I I think so.
Yes,
I'm
I
looking at.
have included her, sir.
Okay, ma'am. You can join this. I'm just sharing the link in case you missed out. You can join using this link. I'll be sharing by tomorrow evening. I'll share all the three videos and the important slides of this session also. I'll share it tomorrow.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you,
so much.
sir. Thank you very
Thanks.
much.
Thank you, Mayank
Thanks.
ji. Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you very much, sir.
Thanks a
Thank you,
lot,
Sridhar
guys.
ji. Thank
Good
you,
night,
Bye.
all.
Nandini ji. Thank you,
Bye.
Suresh ji. Thank you, Surya ji. Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.